Hello guys, welcome to my channel. The less is more. So today we will discuss an editorial from the Indian Express, and it is about again Manipur, and recently the no confidence motion has been passed on the Manipur against the government, but let us see what has happened and what the parties should do. Okay, so let's start the editorial. The title of the editorial is Manipur Needs More. No trust motion was on Manipur, but Parliament exchange pushed it off stage. Parties must pick up thread outside it. If the thousand displaced in Manipur, meaties and cookies both, forced to seek shelter and relief camps, and the families of the nearly 150 dead, and the women who were paraded and sexually assaulted by a mob on a viral video, were watching, what would they have seen over the last 3 days in Parliament? What would they have heard during the non-confidence motion brought by the opposition in Manipur's name against the government? They would have seen and heard a political back and forth in which, for the most part, Manipur's distress became a mere prop. Over 3 days, there were declamation as opposed to discussion and debate, because the latter two require some reciprocity and acknowledgement of it, not respect for other side. Even if only for the sake of form and willingness to engage, both government and opposition said their piece and showed few signs that they had listened to each other. The Prime Minister came to the House only to make his speech, and the opposition walked out while he was speaking. For both, the impending election in 2024, 8 months away, seemed a more palpable presence than the northeastern state where violence had not ceased, even as they spoke. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's response on day 3 painted a series of stark pictures. The no confidence motion, he said, spoke not out of the lack of confidence of the opposition in the government, but about the lack of trust of discredited naysayers in the India story. Parties repeatedly rejected by the people, blinded by arrogance and corruption, brought down by pessimism, the preeminence of dynasty and policies of appeasement, are not able to see India's samarthya or capability. They fail to recognize, he said, that for the nation this is a time of possibilities. चारों तरफ संभावना ही संभावना. He targeted the Congress but also the alliance of 26 parties. India as the Ghamandiya Gathbandhan, that is arrogant alliance, riven with internal contradiction. Both, he said, could not bear to see the rise of a poor man's sons to prime ministership and his successful stewardship over 2 terms of the India story. If a fragmented opposition which has yet to bridge the gaps between the regional platforms of its constituent parties could not keep the focus on Manipur and pin down the government, PM Modi spent far too much time on berating his political opponent. At 6:45 p.m., more than halfway through his over 2 hours long speech, the PM finally addressed the people of Manipur. I want to say its people, to its mothers and daughters, देश आपके साथ है, सदन आपके साथ है. Together we will find a solution. He not only seemed to turn his face to the crisis, he also appeared to include members of parties across the aisle that had walked out few minutes earlier. That was a parliamentary moment. Unfortunately, in last 3 days, Parliament saw too much of the bitterness of the pre-poll joust and too few of such living moments. On Wednesday, Home Minister Amit Shah appealed with fold-handed to Metis and cookies to come to the talks table and with the government find a way out. It is now incumbent on parties that let Manipur down in the House to pick up the thread outside it. Manipur needs more than spirited stump speeches. So here the author is saying that the opposition who has moved the no confidence motion was walked out when the leader of the Lok Sabha, that is Prime Minister, came to spoken up, and the and even Union Home Minister Amit Shah has also appealed the meetings and cookies to come on the table and leave the violence with, okay, so that the peace can again be restored and both the communities can live with the harmony. And in these last 3 days, the parliament had a fiery speech against each other with opposition and the government. So there is not much good take find outs in this article, but it's just a kind of reminder for the Manipur. Okay, so this was for today. Let's see some fine new words that we can use. The first is no confidence motion. Declamation. Opposed to discussion and debate. Willingness. Fourth is palpable. And the fifth is corruption. Okay. So guys, these are the 5 words that I have find out. I would also recommend you to find out and comment in the comment section. Okay. So till then, bye bye. Signing off for the day.